What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so Tracy McGrady, NBA Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady, was recently interviewed on a podcast, and the question got to him, a frequently asked question that honestly to me is one of those sickening arguments, because it's not really an argument, but he was asked who is the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, as if they are the only two viable options for the debate. Who made this decision that those are the only two players that should be up for this GOAT debate? But anyway, this is what Tracy McGrady had to say.
McGrady, who is the greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
I'm tired of this question, man. I hope we just dead this question, because what I'm witnessing now, and by any means, this doesn't make him the greatest player to me. But however, what I am witnessing, what my own eyes is watching a 40-year-old man do on the basketball court, is the greatest thing I ever seen in sports.
Yeah.
I would say that. It is the greatest thing my eyes have seen in sports, for a 40-year-old guy to do what he's doing at that level and to do that consistently every single night.
It seems like he can play till he's 45 if we want to, 48 if
I don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah.
I hope it's the right way.
Yeah, same.
I hope it's the right way, because that'll be devastating to our sport in this league. But my gosh, man, I mean, I'm 45 and I know what it takes to put your body through that, right? Every single day. And he's been doing that for what, his 22nd year?
Year 20.
Now, let me say this first. I don't agree with this notion that we've never seen a player at age 40 in any sport play at this level. And y'all guys know I hated Tom Brady. But we saw Tom Brady play at an MVP level at age 40. And not only that, when Tom Brady was 40, he actually led a team, the Buccaneers, to a championship, a Super Bowl victory, over the guy and the team that many people feel like is consistently the best team of the past 5 years, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I push back on that a lot. Now, Tracy McGrady gave LeBron a lot of praise, right? Saying that we've never seen a guy in the NBA play at this level, at this advanced age in his career, 22nd season. But I want to push back on that a little bit. And I want to say this. I actually believe that a lot of today's players are benefiting from the era that they're playing in. Now, a lot of people love to say that Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, the 60s was an inflationary period when it comes to statistics and offensive numbers. And that's true. But I argue that we're seeing the same thing going on in today's NBA. It's no coincidence that 10 of Steph Curry's 50-point games have come after he turned 30. He's had 2 this season at age 37. It's also mind-boggling to fathom that post-Achilles rupture, Kevin Durant has better stats and numbers and efficiency than he did in his prime. That's another glaring repudiation of this offensive-friendly era. You also have other players like James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, putting up offensive numbers that are competing with all-time greats. A lot of that has to do with the era that they're playing in. I'm sorry, but it does. These teams are yakking up 37, 38 threes a night. The NBA is averaging 114, 115 points a game. We just saw the Pacers score 162 points in a regular season regulation game. Whereas Reggie Miller's Pacers routinely were only scoring in the 80s. So, some of LeBron's numbers at age 40 are impressive. But we got to remember that Michael Jordan with the Wizards was averaging 20, 21, 22, 23 points a game. So, and the Wizards were only averaging 93, 94 points a game. So, we got to look at that. Now, about what Tracy McGrady was hinting at a little bit, right? Now, Tracy McGrady admitted years ago that when he was struggling to come back from injuries and play at the level that he had previously been playing at, he said he was tempted to use PEDs, but he chose not to. Remember, Derrick Rose once said in an interview, at which he was quickly repudiated by David Stern. He never said anything like that again in his life. He said in an interview that he calculated that, I think he said 70% of the players in the league were using PEDs. It's been reported, off the record, that LeBron James had a growth removed from his jaw back in 2009. This growth consistent with those who used the form of PEDs he was allegedly using at that time. He has been investigated for PED usage. His wife, trainer, I think a friend of his, were tied to the biogenesis scandal and investigations. So there's enough out there to, at the very least, be suspicious as to what and why LeBron and how he's playing at the level he's playing. Now, people are going to hate on, Tracy McGrady and saying, "Oh, he's just jealous." I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of these numbskulls who always say that when you criticize LeBron, it's coming from a place of jealousy. I don't care how much this man's worth. What I care about, and the only thing I care about, is the preservation of history, and that players who are doing remarkable things are doing it the right way. And if we penalize certain people in sports for supposedly using PEDs, then we penalize the other players who are suspected of using those too, not giving them a pass because we might like them. That's something that's really apparent in sports too. If people in the media like you, they give you passes, or they frame narratives that are more friendly for you. I'm just going to say this. It's biologically a near impossibility for a 40-year-old like Tom Brady a couple years ago to run faster at age 43 than he did when he was 21, unless you were like severely obese or had some sort of health issue, which he didn't. Otherwise, it's nearly impossible unless you're getting some sort of boost. What LeBron James is doing at age 40, it seems to be almost a biological impossibility. But, hey, we can't prove anything. Time will tell. Tell me what you guys think.